Welcome to Stand Out from the Crowd, the podcast dedicated to helping professionals and leaders amplify their voice, impact, and influence. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another live episode of Stand Out from the Crowd with me, your host, Darine BenAmara, and our standout amazing guests today. We have Rollis, Robert, and Andrea with us to talk about, what happened in 2021, but most importantly, how to make 2022 our best year yet. And so I'm so glad that they were able to join me for another episode. The three of them were a guest on my live podcast last year, and it's a pleasure for me to have you guys today with me again. So I will let you introduce yourself briefly so the amazing members of our audience know a little bit more about who you are, and then we will get started. But before, for you watching the live, watching the replay, let us know as usual where you are tuning in from. We have a beautiful international community, and LinkedIn is definitely the place where you can network, you can meet your next best friend, business partners, your next job, whatever you are looking for, definitely is the place. LinkedIn is definitely the place to be. So use the comment section, put the fire on the comment section to make the best out of this live episode. So everyone, good morning, good afternoon. Rollis, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing well, recovering. I was sick, so I do apologize everyone for my voice. But I'm doing well, and I'm grateful for being alive another day. So could you please introduce yourself, Rolly, so people know who you are and what you do?
If you didn't tell us you were sick, we would have thought everything was good because you look great. Okay,
Oh, thank
everybody
you.
looks great in here.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm glad to be here. Like Les Brown or someone used to say, is I'd rather be seen than viewed. So I'm definitely glad to be here to be with all of you guys. Um, this is another year, another day, and I'm glad to be here. As far as what I do, I spend a lot of time, quite a bit on LinkedIn. I've been dabbling some of the other platforms, but we're in recruitment, trying to help folks fill some of these hard to fill positions, especially during this time that we're in, specifically within the healthcare space.
Yes, and like your services and your expertise is now more than ever. And I do believe you have been busy for the past 2 years, right?
Yes, and even more so, the last quarter of this past year was a record breaker. In fact, the last quarter of this past year beat the first two quarters of the year. So we got more busy as the year progressed.
So that's good for you. That's good. Robert, welcome, my dear friend Robert. How are you doing today?
I am doing better than excellent.
Ooh, I always like the way you answer this question.
Yeah, I got to start coming up with something new
Oh,
ways
go
to answer
ahead.
it.
Say it again.
I said I am better than excellent, but I got to come up with new ways to answer it now. I'm running out of things to say.
Oh, so we're
I
looking
got a good
forward.
one for you.
Oh, what is it, Rollis?
Okay, this is an old Southern saying: finer than frog's hair.
Oh, I've actually heard that because I am from the South. Yes, it is a thing.
So
So
tell us a little bit more about you do, Robert.
Oh goodness, Doreen doesn't know what she's gotten herself in for today, huh, Rollis? So I I am Robert Berry, and I am a trainer, but specifically I work with accounting and auditing professionals, and I help them bring a little bit more of their personality to the workforce because we're known for being the life of the party. But I'm also an author, so I've written about 4 or 5 books, and I'm also a keynote speaker. And the topics that I talk about a lot are motivation and how to really make sound decisions in your life by asking really good questions. So that's who I am and what I do.
And that's amazing. And Andrea, welcome, dear Andrea. How are you doing?
Hi, everyone. Those are quite the introduction. So, Rollis and Robert, it's nice to meet you both, and Happy New Year to everyone who's watching this live or listening. So, I am Andrea Jakob Masick, and I am a career coach for early to mid career women, and I help them make fulfilling career transitions. So, I have made several myself. I used to work in healthcare, and I also was a trainer. So, I know a little bit about Rollis and Robert's worlds over there. But as Rollis mentioned, in this time that we're in, the last 2 years have given us a lot of time to reflect on where we want to be, where we don't want to be. So I'm really privileged that with the work that I do as a coach, I get to help women go to where they want to be.
Yes, and again, the past 2 years have been challenging for everyone, but we know that it has taken a toll on women in the workplace, and a lot of women are like shifting, downsizing career, trying to find a new their voice actually doing is so important. So thank you for all the support and the great work that you're doing. So today, let's talk about what happened in 2021, but most importantly, focus on what will happen in 2022, right? So I'm gonna ask the three of you to share your biggest lesson, being good, bad, ugly, whatever it is, it's up to you. But your biggest lesson of 2021 and how you are taking, the learnings into 2022. So who want to get started? Andrea, would you like to get started?
Sure, I'll go first. So I think all of the lessons I learned last year were all reminders of lessons I've learned throughout my career, and now I'm taking them into my business. So it was a good reminder of those things. So it was three things really: is resting. I know we hear a lot about this in self-care, but truly resting in a way that recharges you. So not just mindlessly scrolling, not just sitting in front of the TV, but really truly resting and taking care of your body has been a really important thing for me. I am a person who goes a million miles a minute. I rarely used to rest, but I have built in breaks to my day, taking walks. I live in Chicago, so it's not always easy this time of year to get outside and take a walk, but little things to really rest your body and rest your mind has been critical to the way I show up for my clients, the way I show up for my business, and just with my family. So resting is so important. The other thing is investing. So investing in myself, which is resting, or other things, investing in my business. And that can be monetarily, it can be commitment to other things, it could be time with loved ones, but really just investing in yourself is incredibly important as well. And then thirdly, it would be reminding myself and others that new takes time. I work with career changers, and I was a career changer for many years, and just reminding myself that it takes time. When you're trying something new, when you're challenging yourself, when you're making a change of any kind, give yourself the space to let it happen. Don't rush yourself.
Yes, like that's those are big lessons, right? And I'm glad you are sharing it with us because a lot of people, and we hear more and more about people talking about it now. Burnout, exhaustion. So talking about mental health,
Yes.
and self care. When you are a professional, either you are a professional, a business owner, a high achiever, no matter what your situation is, it's
Mm-hmm.
key. And that's something that we were not used to hear prior the pandemic. This
Yeah,
is my experience, at least. So I'm glad that you are sharing this with us.
I would
And
agree.
Rollis,
And oh,
oh, sorry, go
sorry,
ahead.
I'm just going to add one more thing to what you said. I agree. Mental health is incredibly important. I am an advocate of that. I've worked with a therapist for many, many years. So if you have access to one or need access to one, do not be scared to get help for anything that you're going through. It's incredibly important.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, and it's not because you're asking for help or you need support that you are not strong enough or smart enough, or you're like, there is no shame, definitely no
No.
shame in asking for help, and there is no shame in needed support. Actually, I do
Exactly.
believe it's a form of strength. This is quite the
Yes.
opposite. So, Rollis, how about you?
I like the point that Andrea made about rest, because that's what I got towards the end of the year. Um, I had 2 weeks scheduled off. The first week, I still worked. I just didn't do any client meetings, but I pretty much worked the whole first week of my vacation. And the second week of my vacation, one of the folks on my team says, "Look, you really need to really take this next week off. Just let us handle it." And so I did that, and man, that was so beneficial. I really got a chance to kind of relax a little bit and think, and actually, because when you're so in the weeds, you can't really think. You're just reacting, reacting, reacting. And I didn't realize how close I was getting to the level of burning out, actually. So I actually was able to process that, and I need to take more time off in 2022 for sure. And I'll be of better benefit to the business if I do that as well, and just trust my team a little more.
Yes, and I think, with all this is a challenge that most high achievers have, and also business owner to some extent, where, you have to trust your team, and you have to let it go. You have to be able to delegate, and so the business can run without you, right? And you got to be confident and comfortable that your team can run their business without you being involved.
Absolutely, and it's a smart group of folks. I mean, they can do it. They can definitely do this thing without me. I just need a little better job of probably giving some of the tribal knowledge I have to help them to
Mm-hmm.
perform even better, and then just let them handle it. And they're probably going to figure out some stuff that I didn't figure out before, and do a better job of it overall. So that's what I look forward to do this year, is just a little more delegation, a little bit more
Yeah.
trust. And it's hard for an entrepreneur, especially a founder, right? You want to make
Yeah.
sure that it goes a certain way, but maybe that certain way isn't the best way. Maybe it needs to go a little bit different direction. Maybe it needs to be improved in different ways. So I'm learning that process right now.
Yeah, it's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. As you said, especially as a founder, like, this is your baby, right? And so you feel like if you're not in control, and if you don't master every single aspect of it, like, it won't work. When actually you said it quite right, role is like, sometimes when you learn to delegate, like, your business could take a direction that you would have never envisioned yourself, but just because you allowed your team to express themselves with their creativity, be more in control, like, your business can reach new heights. And that's a conversation that we had actually, Robert and I, on this specific topic. So tell us, Robert, what's your your biggest lesson of 21?
Oh boy. So I would boil it down to three things. And the first thing for me is uncover your values. Um, and so for those of you who don't know, Darine and I have a show that we do on Saturdays. It's called Good Morning LinkedIn. And I've talked about a lot of this before, but I think a lot of us have been living life based on our views, and we had no idea what our underlying value structure was in life. And we found out during the pandemic, some companies cared more than others. Some companies just discarded employees like yesterday's trash. And then you found out, okay, well, I don't really like their value system and structure. And so we got more in touch with our values. So that was my first big lesson. Really uncover and start living by your values. My second big lesson was manage your time with people. And if you guys listened to last week's show with Doreen, you heard me talk about three types of people in your life. They're time takers, time makers, and time wasters. You need to, if you didn't hear it, go back and listen to the show. I won't recap all that right now. But you have to manage your time, because your time is extremely valuable, and there are people who will waste your time. And
Yeah.
that brings on anxiety and stress and all kinds of things. But then my third lesson that I learned was, no matter what you do, try to help people. And if you lead with helping people, then it gets you to a point where you're content and happy, and you start building a network of people who you can reach out to when you need them, or you're there for them when they need you. And then at some point, the revenue starts to follow as well. So uncover those values, manage your time with people, and then help people as well. Those were my three biggest takeaways from 2021.
Wow. And so will you like focus on building, maybe nurturing or growing your network in 2022?
Oh, absolutely. I'm continuously growing my network, and I'm really amazed at the people that I've met over the last 12 months. I mean, Rollis being one of them. Rollis has had a huge impact on me, whether he knows it or not. He's had a huge impact on me, but there's just been so many people that I've met that I just never thought that I would have engaged with or talked to. And then Darine, you and I, we do a show on Saturdays on LinkedIn. Like, you live in Canada, I live in the US. How in the world would that have happened, under normal conditions and circumstances? So look, here's my bonus for 2021 for me though. You can always try to find the good in any situation.
Yeah.
That was my bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like to talk about failure, but about lessons, because like when you look for the lessons in everything that you do, being good or less successful, there is always something good out of it that you can learn and that you can improve and that you can take for yourself. So 100% agree with you, Robert. And so thank you for the three of you for sharing your best lesson, your greatest lesson of 2022, and how you're planning to capitalize on those learnings in 2022. So now let's play a little bit. Let's play the best, like about the truth and their questions. So I want to start with you, Rollis. There.
Okay.
What did you say?
You said truth or dare, right?
Yes. We
ready.
cannot hear you anymore.
Oh, you can't hear
Still
me?
with us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you back.
Okay. I don't know what I did. Sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
ready.
Welcome back. So you ready for truth or dare?
Yes, I'm ready.
So let's get started with truth then.
Oh, I'm supposed to pick?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Truth. I gotta go truth. I go with truth.
Okay. So, okay. Oh yeah, I want to know that because you are so serious. I mean, we have a lot of fun on your live shows. And for those of you who don't follow Rollis, like, he has a couple of live stream shows on LinkedIn. So I strongly encourage you to follow him. It's quite funny. Gonna have some fun. But I want to know if you have a hidden talent.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What would my hidden talent be? I don't know. Jody, what's my hidden talent? Jody, are you over there? Where is she when I need her? Oh, you know what? I do play John Madden football. I'm actually one of the top 5% in the world, probably. And John,
Oh, wow.
maybe top 10%. Yeah,
Wow.
there's about 8 million players, and I usually rank about the top 20,000. They rank the top 100,000. And I play with the Texans, which is one of the worst football teams in the league, and I still have a winning record. So maybe that's a hidden talent. How about that?
Oh, that's definitely a hidden talent.
Wow, yeah.
Wow, but you never talked about it, did you?
I think I mentioned it one time last year on my LinkedIn profile as a post, but I mean, who's going to remember that? So yeah, I don't talk about it very often.
Oh, wow. See? Love it. So, wow. So that's amazing. That's definitely a hidden talent. Wow, I'm impressed. That's so cool.
Yeah, I could talk your ears off. I can tell you way more than what you want to know about John Madden football on PS4, PlayStation.
Okay, so did you get the PS5?
I haven't gotten it. It's so hard to get, and I'm too cheap to pay extra to get it. I don't want to pay more than MSRP for the thing. So they can keep it until it comes down. I'll just keep playing my PS4. I don't know why I'm so cheap, because it's not that much money. It's less than $1,000, but I don't know. It's principle the matter.
Okay, principle, know your value. That's what Robert said.
The current one isn't broken. It plays great. So
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So, Robert, truth or dare question?
Truth.
Truth question. I didn't want to ask you your hidden talent, Robert, because I know that you can sing. I know that you would refuse to sing on LinkedIn. So I didn't ask you this question.
I'd love to hear him sing.
I
Me
cannot sing.
too.
I have no idea where you heard that from.
Oh no, yeah. I will get you one day. One day I will make you sing.
Whoever told you that is not being truthful.
I think he probably could sing. Beth made me do a karaoke on her show not that long ago.
Yeah, I
That was
saw that.
nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. So what,
Oh, wait.
Robert? What's the strangest rumor you heard about yourself?
Ooh, the strangest rumor that I heard about myself. You know what? So the last employer that I had, there was this rumor floating around that I was having an affair with someone that worked there. I was not. And it was so interesting because I actually had to address it in a staff meeting. That's what was so crazy about it. One of my one of my staff members said, this is what people are saying about you. And so I told my staff, I said, well, first, that is untrue. But secondly, if there's anyone that you know that says it directly to you, tell them to come to me so that we can have a talk about it instead of people just saying stuff behind your back. In other words, man up. I mean, but yeah, that was the strangest rumor that I heard about myself. It was weird.
And do you know how it did get started?
I have no idea. Like I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, sometimes in the workplace you can hear rumors that just have like no sense at all, but they're just there, and sometimes they can be quite annoying, and sometimes it can even impact someone's career advancement out of nothing. So that's really bad. Don't do that, people. Don't do that to other people. Like, that's really bad. That's not nice. That's gossiping.
Well, and here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking these must have really been some bored people to talk about me, because there's nothing really exciting going on over here with me. So I can only imagine what their home life must have been like.
Yeah, I agree.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Say it again.
Oh yeah.
Can I ask Rob a follow-up question on his thing he just mentioned? So do you think you squelched it whenever you talked to the audience, when you talked to your staff and you said this didn't happen? Do you think it squelched it, or do you think it still continues to be a thought on the part of some?
The thing is, I really don't know, but to add to that, I really don't care, because I said what I needed to say one time and I don't need to repeat myself. So if you still worry about it, then that's you carrying unnecessary baggage on you, not me. But yeah, I don't know.
Point taken.
It's so funny. So, Andrea, truth or dare?
I'm scared to say dare, but I'll go with a dare.
Oh, I like it.
I like it.
Okay, let me see what I have here. Also, there. It's here, right here. Okay, can you show us your screen time report?
Ooh.
On your phone.
My screen time report?
Yes, on your phone.
I don't even know how to find that.
I was about to ask,
I'll
do you
be
know how
honest.
to do that?
That's a good one.
I'm glad I didn't say dare.
Let's see. I don't know how to find that, people.
Oh, so you have an iPhone? What do you have?
I have an iPhone. Yeah, let's see.
Slide over, I think. Yeah, okay.
If you tell me how to do it, I'll tell you.
Okay, hold on. Because I have a new iPhone, even myself, I don't know how to do this.
If you're on your main screen, you slide it over, right? That's what I just did.
Oh, you did?
Slide it which way?
So I slid it like that.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what it says.
It has the screen time.
Yesterday was 4 hours and 25 minutes.
Oh, it's not so bad.
Not bad. No, don't actually. I have designated times, and actually, I just talked about this on someone else's post because she wanted to stop scrolling as frequently. I give myself designated time each day to check my phone because I don't want to be on my phone all day. It's a time management and productivity management tip. So, pro tip for you guys out there, I admit though, I have 45 tabs open at any given time,
Right.
but the phone is a distraction. And so when you're task switching a lot, your brain can't complete that task when you go back and forth and takes longer to do it. So while I do have my phone with me, as you can see, I've really trained my brain not to look at it or get distracted by it. And I have my computer set on do not disturb. I have a Mac, so I don't even see alerts until I check my phone. So that's my truth from the dare.
Yeah, but listen, I'm so glad I asked you this question. So tell us a little bit about the process. Like, was it, because I feel like a lot of us, we are addicted to scrolling down on our phones, right?
Yeah.
So how was the process? Was it challenging, or was it like something easy because you just set your mind to do it and it was, like you had, to fight a little bit, maybe the first few days, the first few weeks, to implement this new habit?
Oh, yeah. And like I mentioned for my lessons from last year, everything new takes time. So, no, I definitely had days where I did not do great and I was on my phone way more often or get distracted and then, didn't get things done. So, for me, with anything new, and it's what I tell my clients too, it's creating the structure in your environment to keep the commitment to that. So, it was for a while putting my phone in another room. I wouldn't even have it in my office with me. It was setting my computer on do not disturb. It was setting reminders in my calendar, like do not check your phone. So, all of those things to reinforce the habit, because again, it takes time. But I would say probably after two weeks, it was pretty fluid, to the point now where my phone, I don't even like pay attention to it. Where I will say I need to get more consistent is after my work time. So when I'm done with work and I'm relaxing for the evening, something like that, I need to get better about not doing that. But when I'm in my commitment to my work day, it's become very easy.
That's so interesting. Robert, Rollis, are you like addicted to your phone, or like for you it's not even a thing?
Ooh. I was a little, look, when I looked at my screen time, I was a little embarrassed. I was like, I hope nobody asks me what my screen time is, because it's a little more than that.
Look, I was about to plead the fifth.
Oh,
It was this is look at this daily average. This is embarrassing right here. Can you see that?
oh no, it's a lot. But
And
it
look,
depends. And what do you look
almost
for?
39, almost 40 hours.
Well, I think it depends on how you use your phone. I don't do business on my phone. I do all of my interactions during the day for my business on the computer.
Oh,
so I
okay.
think
Well,
it really
I do
depends too on how you do that for your business and the boundaries that you set. So
yeah,
and
and I
LinkedIn,
also use mine
LinkedIn is a
for
big
personal
one.
too.
Sure.
Yeah, but LinkedIn is a big one on you on your phone, Rollis, and you are quite active on LinkedIn. It's part of your business development strategy as well, right?
Yes, that's what I keep telling myself.
Yeah. I am currently looking for a rehab facility to help with my addiction. So if anyone out there knows of one.
Okay,
What is
tell
yours,
us.
Rob?
Yeah, tell us
I am
yours,
not
Rob.
telling you.
What is
Actually,
yours?
I don't know. I didn't even look at it. I don't know, and I didn't even look.
Deniability.
Okay, so you know what? I will challenge you, Robert, at it, and why not do a post about it?
Ooh, I might.
Okay.
I
That
might.
was very non-committal.
That's gonna.
Like, I'll try. I might.
I'll think about it.
Okay, so think about it. So as we wrap up this conversation, because it's been already half an hour, What do you let us know? Share with us your updates and have coming up with your business that you would like to share with us for the new year. So, Andrea, what do you have coming up this new year?
So many things, but as we talked about in the beginning of the show, in terms of networking and making sure that you make powerful connections this year that can move you forward with the goals and the commitments that you want to have, I am offering a special price on my networking strategy call right now to help people kickstart the new year and really understand the ins and outs of networking and how to do it. So that price is available until next Friday. You can book a networking strategy call with me. Fun fact, I've landed every single job, every career change I've ever had through the power of networking. And so it's really important to me that I help other people make career changes through the same way. So that is something right now for job seekers that I wanted to share that's available. It's available all the time, but that special price is through next week.
Good. That's interesting. So people check her out. Okay. Don't wait. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. We have talked about it today. Robert.
Yes, yes, yes. So I am training all over the place wherever I can. So if you have an accounting or an auditing department and they need training, give me a call. But also, I'm taking my keynote speeches on the road, and the one that I'm doing now, I call it Audit Your Life, and I basically talk about how I use the principles of auditing to kind of guide me to make good decisions in life. But also later on this year, I have a book coming out by the very same title, so
Oh,
it's going to tie
congrats.
into the keynote. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. And for my friends who are accounting and auditing professionals, coming up at about the middle of this month, I have an app coming out that will be in the iTunes or the Apple store and in the Android store. So a lot going on over here.
Ooh, that's amazing. Like a lot going on indeed. And Rollis?
Wow, I feel like such a bum. I don't have a bunch of new stuff. no, I
Tell
no
us,
we're
tell us.
we're continuing with our Growth Monday and our Thursday roundtable. I've got some great guests coming up. Look forward to having you guys back in the mix too in 2022. One thing I am doing new this year that I didn't do last year is I just started doing TikTok, right? So I started doing some TikTok stuff. I'm kind of toying with that because what we're going to do with our business is I did some research on my own profile recently, and about, I would say around 15 to 5% really only value TikTok in my network. The other 75, 85% don't really value it. But what that tells me is the good news that tells me is I have a different audience on TikTok. So if
Yeah.
I can be skillful at putting our message out to TikTok, I'm not duplicating my efforts. So that's what it helped to establish for me, because TikTok just overtook Google for the #1 website in the world. So
Yeah.
I know it's a good place to go. So I did start doing that. That's new. So if you guys are on TikTok, if you're interested in that, definitely follow me. I'm going to be doing a bunch of just little tips here and there, career tips, stepping up your video game tips or whatever on there, and maybe some other fun stuff that I might not do on LinkedIn. I'm gonna try not to duplicate too much content between the two.
Yeah.
And
You
so
know, and I
what's
will
your
say,
go ahead.
I actually follow Rollis on TikTok. So good stuff.
Oh,
Thank
but
you, sir.
I was
Thank you
about
very
to
much.
ask. I was about to ask, what's your TikTok handle? So how can we find you on TikTok?
It should be the same. It should be the same Rawls Fontenot as on my LinkedIn. So I think it is Rawls Fontenot. I'm pretty sure. And I actually just created an HRM Maximizer. This is a little tip. A lot of companies, I mean Netflix, Coca-Cola, I mean tons of big companies have a presence on TikTok now, and they're starting to advertise. So I actually created one for our company as well, and we're going to actually start pushing some of the job videos for our clients, because that's what we specialize in, is recruitment videos. We're going to start pushing those through our channel and start to experiment with that with some of our clients, and then looking to expand that. Of course, Reels is also big too, Instagram Reels and YouTube
Mhm.
Shorts. We're already getting picked up on YouTube Shorts automatically, but we're going to be doing Reels and TikTok. So that's kind of a new thing for 2022 that we're going to do for our clients.
Wow, that's amazing. And yes, short videos like is the way to go now. And if you're not doing videos and short videos, like you gotta get started because this is big. This is already big, and if you don't get onto the trend, it's gonna be even harder for you to stand out from the crowd. And actually, Rollis and Robert, I don't know, Andrea, if you're on TikTok, Instagram, but I'm on TikTok too. I started recently on TikTok, so I'm just following you now, Rollis. So guys,
Okay, I'm gonna be
follow me
following
on
you too. I'm gonna
follow
follow
me
you
on
right
TikTok.
now.
I tried also not
Absolutely.
to don't duplicate the content and put on LinkedIn and other platforms. I'm also active now. This is my resolution or my objective, I would say, for 2022 to be active on my Instagram account. So I'm like sharing reels every day, right? So there is a lot of things happening on LinkedIn, but there is like other things that are quite fun actually happening on Instagram. So follow us, join the movement, and get on those trends because it's gonna be harder for you to stand out from the crowd. Here you go. Thank you.
I'm your newest follower.
Well, all right. I just
And I
followed
think now I
Darine on
have 2
TikTok.
followers on TikTok. So now I have
One of them
3
is me.
followers on TikTok.
Oh, can I get? Oh, Doreen, can I get one quick little tip?
Sure.
Okay, so on TikTok right now, I might be giving away a secret here, guys. It is incredibly cheap to advertise on TikTok right now. So if you've got a message that you want to push out, and you don't have time to wait to build an organic following, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can do for $20. I spent 25 bucks the other day and got 1,300 likes on one post, like 3,500 views. And to get that kind of, like on LinkedIn or any of the other platforms, I can tell you it costs a whole lot more than that to get 1,300 likes or 3,500 views. So right now, TikTok is incredibly inexpensive. If any of you guys run any kind of paid ads, it's amazing.
Oh wow, thank you. So thank you for sharing that. So let's consider it. Let's and to wrap up this conversation, like 2022, how to make the 2010 2022 your best year yet. It's really on learning the tools that are available for free and how to leverage them to help you reach your goals, big personal goals, business goals. If you don't learn how to master these tools and how to leverage them to build your personal brand, to build your business and to grow, you are you will be behind. You will become harder and harder for you to get back on track, to get on the train, and again to stand out from the crowd. So listen, your time is now. If you were thinking about it, if you were wondering, no more thinking, don't wonder, and no wonder anymore. Just do it, right? Do it. And we are like, this is quite new for us too, right? So you don't have to be a big influencer or like a big a guru about social media to be able to leverage it and to use it to your advantage. So that's all for today. Thank you very much, Andrea, Rollis, and Robert, for being with us today. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and for being here and for being part of my support system. I do respect and appreciate each one of you. And voila. I will see you next week, everyone, for another live episode of Stand Out from the Crowd. And until then, you take care and you have a wonderful day. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you, Darine.
Stay awesome.
Thank
Thank you, Doreen.